What's going on, everybody? So, as you can see from the blue background, blue shirt, Team Smackdown shirt, got my belt on my shoulder, which means, you know what that means. It's Fire Night Smackdown review. Draft Night Part 1. Um, which, honestly, because of the way how they got it going, was kind of tame. It was just like an ordinary SmackDown with a tame draft. Um, Before we get into it, just to set the rules, if you remember real quick, pretty much the rules of the draft is the same. They pretty much are the same, except for champions are protected, which means if you're every champion except for the Kabuki Warriors, every champion except for the Kabuki Warriors could change brands. That's the only difference. Everything else is your standard draft rule. Only the Kabuki Warriors is the only champions that can move. Every other champion other than the Kabuki Warriors are locked in to their respective brands. So with that being said, I'm gonna just ended the video real quick. So that being said, we're gonna jump into it. Paul Heyman. That before we got to the first segment, Paul Heyman revealed that Roman Reigns would not be eligible for the draft because he would not be returned to WWE or SmackDown or whatever brand in the immediate future. So therefore, he removed himself for eligibility, and therefore he said whoever's the first two picks will make history in this new era. With that being said, we move to the actual first segment of the night, which will start the pictures. Is Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles contract signing due to the draft? It was preceded. It was the person resigning over it was Corey Graves. And basically, AJ Styles came out and explained why his actions and that he just didn't respect and like LA Knight. And LA Knight really got under his skin, which is the reason why he lost at WrestleMania. But when he realized that when he got all out of his head, realized he truly is phenomenal, that's why he came back and beat LA Knight to become the new number one contender for Cody Rhodes' undisputed WWE championship. And that he will take the championship at Backlash. Cody Rhodes will respond by saying that he respect AJ Styles and he respect everything about him. I don't think you'll find another locker room who wouldn't respect AJ Styles. And the fact that at Backlash that all goes to the wayside. Oh, he also accused Cody Rhodes of not being able to hold the weight, be able to bear the weight that comes with being WWE Undisputed Champion. And he said, because you implied that I can't handle the weight. Well, at WrestleMania, all that respect, at Backlash, all that respect stuff goes out the window because this is not a dream match for me. This is a must win. They both signed the contracts. And then before the segment ended, AJ said that he told Cody Rhodes that because they went to go shake hands, or he wanted to shake AJ's hand. He said he enjoyed watching Cody finishing his story at WrestleMania. It's just a shame that he's going to lose that title at Backlash. And then he shakes Cody's hand. After that, AJ Styles will leave. Cody Rhodes get ready to leave, but he will get interrupted by the game. And then we go into the first the first round of the draft, night one, where both the game and Cody Rhodes presented the draft picks. And this is where I say it gets tamed, because pretty much SmackDown, the first pick for SmackDown was Bianca Belair. Jay Uso was the first pick of Raw. SmackDown picked Carmelo Hayes, and Raw picked Seth Rollins. That was the first round. Uh, Carmelo Hayes would then come out and basically challenge Cody Rhodes to a match, and Carmelo Hayes made history as the first NXT superstar to go in the first round, even though he was kind of already on SmackDown, but not officially, I guess. He was officially still NXT, and now he made history as the first NXT superstar to go in the first round of the draft. And then we would get the first match on the night, which is LWO versus Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. This match was fine. This was like a 5-6 minute match, nothing too wild. It was LWO, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee versus Angel Garza and Humberto, and Rey Mysterio would beat them. The bet, I guess, like the true part of this match was that Santos came out afterwards and revealed that it was Carlito via footage, that it was Carlito who shocked no one, because obviously it was Carlito that attacked Dragon Lee and then pretended to be the one to find him. I just laughed at that. Because I'm like, this man for the last 3 years has been betrayed, and now it's really like, wow, like how many times are we going to get a betrayal of Rey Mysterio? Like, I don't understand that. Like, how many times Rey Mysterio is just gonna get betrayed? And I'm just like, well, it is what it is. Now, first Dominic, then Santos, and I mean literally, he in 2022 it was Dominic, 2023 it was Santos, 2024 it was Carlito. I'm just like, how many? Wow, this man just get betrayed. Like, he just cannot. He just had bad luck when it comes to partners. And then we would go into, I don't think there was anything else. So we go into the second match, which is Braun Breaker versus Cedric Alexander. Just another quick match. This one was even quicker because while Carlito was like 5 or 6 minutes, this was like maybe a minute, 1 or 2 minutes. Cedric had a little bit of offense, but then Braun Breaker would just spear him and get the 1, 2, 3. Tiffany had then we got to Tiffany Stratton. She had a backstage promo where she would confront Nick Aldis about getting a title shot since trying to get rewarded for what she did last week, only for Nick Aldis to inform her that she would have basically a number one contenders match with Naomi tonight, and that the winner of that will face Bayley at Backlash. And it was at the behest of Bayley. Bayley was the one who made that decision, and Tiffany said, "What a great idea!" Then Bayley should be at ringside to watch her beat Naomi, something that she couldn't do. Then we get to the second round of Night One's draft, which saw Randy Orton stay on SmackDown, Braun Breaker get drafted to Raw, Nia Jax gets drafted to SmackDown, Liv Morgan stay on Raw, and the entirety of the Bloodline, which is Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and Tama Tonga, stay on SmackDown. This was oh no, actually, was that it? No. Oh, actually, well, spoilers for the round 3 that happened in round 3. I actually got myself confused. Liv Morgan was the last person of round 2 to get drafted. Liv Morgan was the last person, and then it goes to a Bloodline promo where whatchamacallit, Solo wanted to know did they get drafted yet, and Paul Heyman would tell him that not yet because right before the show started, Roman Reigns took himself out of the draft, so they didn't know nobody had a draft in there because they didn't know what they was getting. Paul Heyman would get scared because Tama Tonga, he said, because you're adding new members, they don't know what they're getting. Tama Tonga would come up, he'll get afraid of both of them as Solo demands that he explain to him everything, but they would get attacked by Kevin Owens and a brawl with a shoe backstage. Then Bianca Belair will come out and cut a promo about going after the SmackDown Women's Championships. She will get confronted by the Kabuki Warriors, and Jade Cargill will come out to stand next to Bianca. And as two teams with jaw jacking with each other, the brawl from backstage will come on, and that will be your main promo of the night, which is Kevin Owens and the Bloodline continuing the brawl, to which the Bloodline basically was getting the upper hand over Solo, and Tomo was getting the upper hand over Kevin Owens until Randy Orton came out. Randy Orton helped even the odds, and that would get broken up, and an announcement would be made later on. Later on, I would tell you that, because it kind of goes with what happened with the main event. Well, not the main event, but the next match that actually happens. But then we get to round 3 of the draft, which is SmackDown draft keeps LA Knight, Raw keeps Ricochet, the Bloodline stays on SmackDown, like I said before, and Sheamus would get, I guess you could say, stay on Raw, even though he was on SmackDown. So I get, you could kind of say he got drafted from Raw to SmackDown, but he was already on Raw. So from SmackDown to Raw, but yeah, he was already on there. So Raw keeps Sheamus. The next match will be Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi. This was a good match. This was a good one. I enjoyed it. Tiffany looked good as always. Naomi looked good here too. Glad they making her look good. I want to say the big thing here was Becky. I was about to say Becky. Naomi will win the match via DQ because of Nia Jax, who was attacking Bayley, but Naomi will try to help Bayley by attacking Nia, but Nia would attack Naomi after Naomi tried to save Bayley. Like he said, I was about to say Becky, then I was going, but I actually said Bayley. Got confused there, but yeah, Naomi tried to save Bayley, but Nia Jax attacked her for doing so, causing the DQ. Then we got a backstage promo with Grayson Waller and Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and the Street Profits. Basically, the Street Profits boosting that they're gonna beat them at at Backlash, and that they got scared off by Bobby Lashley. But as a result of what happened, both the tag team match against Diamond Controls, Kabuki Warriors will be at Backlash, was made official for Backlash. And at Backlash, it will be Bayley defending the title against both Naomi and Tiffany Stratton due to what happened tonight. The Final Testament cut a promo of them beating up New Catch Republic, saying that they're going to keep doing this type of stuff until they get what they want. And then we got draft round number 4, which featured my main man, Teddy Long, and JBL. There was a bunch of guest appearances. I can't remember who all did what, but Michelle McCool and Tori Wilson was there. The Dudley Boys was there. Each person did a round after Triple H and Cody Rhodes. This round was done by Teddy Long and JBL. And I remember this because Teddy Long messed up on one of the draft picks and said it was the 3rd round after already saying this was the 4th round. SmackDown would pick AJ Styles, so they keep AJ Styles. Raw would pick Alpha Academy, which means they keep Alpha Academy. SmackDown would get Andrade. So that was one switch from Raw to SmackDown. Andrade was drafted from Raw to SmackDown. And then we got Kiana James from NXT, drafted from NXT to Monday Night Raw. Then we got that Nick Aldis promo I mentioned earlier, where he basically that was where he actually, it happened after the fourth round, but it was Andrade that whatchamacallit, Teddy Long messed up on. He messed up on Andrade, saying that Andrade was a part of the third round, was actually the fourth round. He also helped Nick Aldis deliver that promo too. Then we get to the main event, which was Cody Rhodes versus Carmelo Hayes, and this was a good match. This was a good one. This was probably the best match on the night. The only thing I had to say about it was that nasty fall. It looked like they were going to try to go for a devastating Cody cutter, but they both, so either someone was too slow or too fast, and they both missed each other. But other than that, the match was pretty cool. The match was pretty cool. Cody Rhodes, Carmelo Hayes looked good. They made him look like a star that he is, but of course Cody Rhodes would get the victory, but they made him look like a star. And then AJ Styles would come on and pretend like he was getting ready to attack Cody, telling Cody he was like this close, and they would shake hands to end the show. Also, there was some draft, obviously with each draft, there were draft picks that happened online after the show went off air. Barry Corbin would get drafted to SmackDown from NXT. Alba Fire and East of Dawn will be drafted from SmackDown to Raw. The OC will stay on SmackDown the entirety of the OC, which is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson and Michin. Ivar will stay on Raw. Cedric Alexander and Sante Diodanis will get drafted to SmackDown, which I think they was already on SmackDown, if I believe. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark will both get drafted to Monday Night Raw. This was a good show. I enjoyed it. Well, it was a good show. It was better than okay. It was a good show. I'm going to give it though because it is lackluster. I was told via one of my Wrestling the Pit podcasts. Get over there if you haven't subscribed to that channel. Members told me that via an article that the Monday Night Raw draft should have more. Will have more significant changes and stuff. One of which I remember specifically from that article, it said that a lot of NXT names would be called up to the main rosters of both SmackDown and Raw. With a lot more switches and stuff too. That's what they said, that Monday's going to have a lot more switches between brands, and the most important part, it will have a lot of NXT call ups. So here's hoping that. But yeah, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. Big ups, but. As always, for all of my WWE wrestling reviews. And if you enjoy the video so much you want to support the channel, all you gotta do is hit those buttons. As always, keep watching these videos for more of my amazing content. I know I normally have it right here, but I messed up and forgot to put it right here, but you know what it is. Peace out, y'all. Before I go, our Wrestling the Pit podcast will be doing a review for SmackDown. We're gonna mash it up together. We're gonna do a quick review of SmackDown and talk about the WWE titles as we planned. And we might talk about some more topics. So see y'all there tomorrow, and peace out. Love you guys.